Hello folks, I hope you're having a great day. I'm Jonathan Milam and I'm happy because I've got a horn in my hand. In fact, I've got 3 Strads here, 3 different bore sizes, 3 different bell sizes, 3 different mouthpieces, and after I play them all on their original tuning slides, I'm going to stick in 3 aftermarket slides that I think help just exacerbate their strengths. So having said that, we'll get right into playing. I'm going to start off with the large bore because I think it has the brightest sound, it has the tightest bell. This is a large bore Strad, 25 bell, 180 series, and corporation bell. In fact, I think it's the best playing Strad I've ever had. I do like my Strads used. I don't like new horns for whatever reason. If you can see, there's quite a bit of bell marring on this one. Just enough red rot to give it a used feeling. Valves are probably a little bit leaky. I'm sorry. That's how I play best. I'm just from the other side of the tracks. Okay, we're going to play On the Street Where You Live. Going to use what I consider a medium mouthpiece. It's the GR64MB, hollowed out a bit like a B mouthpiece of the Bach variety, but more of a medium depth. And having said that, we will start with the Bach large bore 25 bell. Okay, we're going to use that same mouthpiece on the next Strad that we've got. I'm going down to the medium large bore, and this one does have an aftermarket Blackburn lead pipe. Very nice, very impressed with it, using the original Bach Strad tuning slide. And this has on it a 43B bell. And I suppose that the throat is the original, but the bell is a bit larger. This is one of the newer creations that Conn-Selmer put out for the Bach Strad. So it's a 5-inch bell instead of the usual 4 3/4. But still the same taper, I believe, same type throat, just a little larger flare. And this is the bronze variety. And I'll tell you what, it does put out quite a nice tone. I'll have to back up just a bit further from my mic. A lot of user error there, I'm sorry. Having a problem. I was out west earlier this week. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. Went to Las Vegas where it was very dry, and my lips actually split open, and a few days ago I was thinking, what is that? And my lips were bleeding, so I put a bunch of lip product on it, and they feel too soft now, so I am struggling a little bit, but it's always wonderful to have an excuse. Okay, this is a wonderful horn. This is a Mount Vernon. It's the standard 37 bell, standard 25 lead pipe, according to the Bach shop card. And this horn plays quite dark. Now, you'll notice I've got the tuning slide stuck out, hopefully about 3/8 of an inch too much, because that's how much Bach shortened some of these Mount Vernons out. One guy said it's because they were playing so dark, he shortened the lead pipe hoping he could brighten the sound up to pacify a lot of people and have them play like the New York Strads had played. At any rate, you pull the tuning slide out a little bit, and I corresponded with one fellow that said, had a tremendous playing Mount Vernon. I couldn't stand the tuning slide being out that far. Well, I wake up in a different day every 24 hours. So it's not uncommon for me to have to manipulate the slide a little bit. This one, however, is out a little more than usual, and hopefully it'll get that tone. It is the darkest of the 3 Strads. Now, if you tire of the talking, which I certainly wouldn't blame you, if you go down to the comments, and at the last line there's a more thing. If you hit that, you can just go straight from one playing piece to another, and you can omit all of the talking. After you've heard me 2 or 3 times, I'm sure you'll want to do that. But at any rate, on the street where you live, still with the 64 MB GR mouthpiece, and this is the Mount Vernon Bach Stradivarius with the 37 bell. Okay. To my way of thinking, that really is a hearty, full sound. Oh, one way this differs, it does have a French beat, if you can see a little flatter beat. I think at the time that Bach made this horn, they were using a thinner, flatter wire, is my understanding. Okay, I am going to, now I played all of those with the original tuning slides. And what I'm going to do now, I've got some aftermarket MK slides, and we're going to go to a deeper mouthpiece, then we'll try a lead mouthpiece. But I'm going to start off with a bronze semi-radial, I think they call it, and we will use this on the 25. I think it has a tendency to be the darker of the horns, although the 43 with its open feel probably rivals it. But I love this tuning slide. I think it'll darken it up probably just a little bit. And then we're also going to go to a very deep trumpet flugel mouthpiece, the Reeves C2J. Was corresponding with another YouTuber today, tremendous trumpet player, and he said, I really like it when you play the hymns. Well, you don't have to ask me twice. I was raised on them in church 5 days a week, a lot of times, 5 times a week. And I do know some hymns. We'll try Amazing Grace to give you an idea of what these horns would sound like with the deeper, darker mouthpiece. A magnificent song. Actually makes me want to stop and play the piano and sing. but I'll have mercy on you. Okay, we'll take now the Stradivarius with the Blackburn bell, and we'll just use a brass slide, but radial, semi-radial, at least I think they call it, semi-round, and it does have a brace on it. Okay, we'll use the same C2J mouthpiece. This is the 43 bronze bell. Okay. Lastly, we've got the Mount Vernon, and I don't want to darken this one up any. And so what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a MK nickel silver, and this will actually add a bit of brightness since this tends to be such a dark sounding horn. And I think when you do that, doesn't it match good with the nickel silver that's already here? But I think when we put this mouthpiece in, it brightens the horn perhaps a little bit, but I think it gives it a very attractive, complex sound. Now granted, this is a very, very dark mouthpiece, so that will color it all, but we'll use the same setup with a lead mouthpiece in just a moment. And again, this is going to be the Mount Vernon 37 bell with the Reeves C2J. Okay, one other thing I'll mention to you. When I look at horns, I had a Schilke B1 in a few weeks back, and also had a B2 bell by Schilke. Both of those bells, to my way of thinking, are much larger than any of these Strad bells. In fact, I've got the big bell that Bach puts out, and they're cautioned very too dark for so many things. The 65 bell, which is the largest bell I think that Bach makes, I think it's smaller than the 2 bell of the Schilke, and I'm quite certain that it is smaller than the 1 bell of the Schilke. So all of these bells are relatively small, quite similar. It's really hard by feel to tell a lot of difference. Timbre, yes. I think that's one reason I'm enjoying Strads so much at this time. I'm not a power player, don't probably support as much as I could. My wind isn't what it could be. Of course, I'm not a young whippersnapper by a long shot, but I find the Strads very easy to fill the bell. And to me, if it's an easier blow, everything becomes easier. You can focus easier on tonguing, you can focus easier on tone, things of that nature. So I really do enjoy the Strad trumpets, and that's probably why that's mostly what I'm playing at this point. Okay, gonna go back now to each of them, play with the lead mouthpiece. This is a GR63Z, quite shallow. I'm not sure why I don't bottom out on it, but a very well mouthpiece. I'm so impressed with what GR has put out through the years. Now we're back with the 25 bell Bach Stradivarius large bore, and I do have a bronze tuning slide in it with the lead mouthpiece by GR. Okay, I might be setting a new low for quality of playing, even for me. But we will forge ahead. This is the bronze 43 bell with the medium large bore, and we've got a standard brass slide on this, but it is radial with a brace. Okay, we'll move now to the darkest horn, and that is the Mount Vernon medium bore with the 37 bell, and we're using a nickel silver tuning slide, which should brighten it up, as we've said, just a little bit. Okay, just a word about bore size with the Bach Stradivarius. I read somewhere recently, and I can't remember where, that when Bach made the bore size difference, he only made it in the valve block. And, strangely enough, the slides of all three of these horns, the medium bore and the medium large and the large bore, are all interchangeable. In fact, I had to be careful when I was working with the tuning slides of this medium bore and the large bore. I got them about the same time. I can interchange all of these tuning slides, no problem whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure that I can also interchange the first slide. Of course, this is an older model, but it is the same size as the large bore. So the only difference really is right through here, and it's not a large difference. The medium large is a 459 bore, the large bore is a 462, and this medium, I believe, is a 453. But with them all, the tuning slide is interchangeable. I think the lead pipes are about all the same, and so there's just a very small area where you have a difference. As far as tone, tone production, the blow of the horns, as some people call them, I find the large bore to be just a walk in the park. But it doesn't seem to sap my strength as some large bores will. Possibly because they all share the same lead pipe, tuning slide dimensions. It's just that small area in the immediate vicinity of the valve block, and I've interchanged the slides on the large bore and the medium bore as well, the second slide, which is where a lot of people measure. Very unique, very interesting, and to my way of thinking, very enjoyable. Hope you've enjoyed this. We do enjoy the comments, and we live by learning from one another. As always, thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate you watching these videos. Do take care of yourselves in these unique times that we live in, and take care of someone near you.